Alright, let's get this service thing, funeral, over with. Meh. As Moonbrita was native of Charlayan, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Wraithfrost? I don't know. And it's sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Ugh. I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm not like so sad at this that I'm gonna like get all emotional about it, but it's like I don't know what's going on. I'm all stuffy, I think. Ugh. I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's getting to that time of year where I guess allergies start to flare up. Because I don't feel sick, I just feel, I don't know, stuffy. Again. Like I want to sneeze, but I can't. And, it's that bullcrap again. Oh, hello, people. And so... Wait, why am I not going on Chocobo? Whoa! Alright, here we go. Ah! Okay. Now, hopefully these things mind their own business. Alright. And marble bowl. Ugh. Alright. Thought I didn't. No. Oh no. Oh no. Stay away. Stay away. Okay, looks like they're. Phew. Alright. That was a little scary. Wait, really? Really? Oh, and there are harriers here, too. Aha! Wow, it's so quiet. It's like really quiet. Wow, you can see. Oh, hey, that's where the dungeon starts. Really? Huh. I didn't know that. Interesting. And there's the crystal tower in the background. This is a very surreal area when you look at it. Oh. Are the others showing up now? I think they are. Yep. And of course it's cloudy.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange.
Excuse you?
Other bargains will be struck.
How about sticking around for more than 30 seconds to explain what you mean? Let's teleport back instead of running through enemy-infested areas again. So that was a fast one, in my opinion. Hopefully you don't get locked out of the next set of quests for whatever reason. Because like I said, within the week we should be done. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Sidergu? Okay. 'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis plain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Luswa, Moonbrida, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Oh, you remember that one. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. It is for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of my own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Sidergu. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Yeah, this story gets really sad. Ooh. Well, this is new. That was new. Have you a moment, Sidergu? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She's not been herself since Moonbrida's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. So I actually could have finished up yesterday's episode with In memory of Moonbrita. Because Mask of Grief starts off the second half of 2.5's quests, which is the start of the end of this entire... which actually leads us right into the expansion. Next expansion. First expansion, I don't know. Hey, it's Sudergu. Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Aw. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost. Again. Go to Rathfrost. Darn you, Ida. Okay, now we go this way. We gotta talk to Rowena. Oh, I think this is the first time Rowena gets involved in the main story. Right? Yeah. I think. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? No, I'm a delivery guy. Eh? They've got you running errands now. Them Scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior is you to the Blade Market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. God knows she needs to. Wait, is she wearing... Yeah, she's wearing her 3.0 getup. So I think that's it. So now I gotta make my way to Rathfrost again. Because, you know, this isn't important or anything. Wow, it's so quiet. There's Castrum Sentry. Which, from what I heard, actually was a dungeon in 1.0, like right before they shut down. Like as a part of the story that led up to A Realm Reborn's launch. Well, the game being shut down to get all the stuff. You know what I mean. When the servers went down for the release of A Realm Reborn. There's Ida. Yeah, Marina can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my advisor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I could just find the way it is, she says again, then again, then again, and it drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Huh. Umbrita loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. She's dead. How can she be somewhere? Sorry, that was a little rude. Aw.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Hmm?
The song riseth to a crescendo.
I'm sorry? Wait a minute. Oh, that's not good.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
You got it. Well, something bad's gonna happen. From the looks of it. And teleporting once again, because I'm not dealing with that. Stiff. And where's the entrance? Oh, there it is. I couldn't find the doors. Ugh. So why does Ida wear a mask? I'm still fuzzy on those details. There's Alfino. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Mubrita's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Karthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Okay. The envoy is here. But no voice acting. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dranians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago. The battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of Temple Knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Carthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Nulda must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations, and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. It is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak to you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Alright. This is gonna be fun. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Sadirgu. Ooh, things are starting to get tense. Thought this was supposed to be the conclusion of A Realm Reborn. Not. You know, well, climax can still be the same thing. Whoa. Man, that thing looks... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is she gonna do?
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
What is she doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Oh, damn. That's not good. Yeah. That's very not good. It's actually quite the opposite of good. Though I think I said that already. Man, sometimes I sound like a broken record. But yeah, no, we're gonna find out what exactly it was that she did in... now, I guess? There he is. Oh yeah, I'm not a ninja, so that hurt. It seems I was the swifter, Sidergu. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host is yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Yeah, especially since, you know, we just saw all that commotion with Iceheart and her followers. And apparently they're allied with the dragons. Which means something happened. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. You're a dragoon. Heretic scum. How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, and even if it means cutting them down one by one. We not need fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Weather will be fine. Okay, where's the last... Oh, didn't even see him. Tenterhook? When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Ah, so I see what's going on here. So it seemed the heretics struck at the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. Let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Archfont will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Where he usually does? I mean, it's not that much of a... I mean, that much was pretty obvious. So yeah, Ishgard was being protected by a magic shield, I guess you could call it, against dragons from just, you know, flying in and wrecking the place. I mean, you kind of have to in that situation. But what's also weird is that Iceheart said the exact same thing that Midgardstorm had said, with the sons paying for their father's misdeeds. Anyway, it is reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and will treat with you in the intercessory. Alright. where he normally does, like I said. Alfie, no. Why is Gatekeeper in capital letters? Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Yes. Oh, okay. Speak with Sir Merc. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Isart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we were but recently returned to the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alfino, I think it is more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Oh, excuse me. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Istinian? Well, hey. Ooh. That armor's black, isn't it? I mean, it looks black. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I now see what... I now see why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you that what we have learned of Isart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Isart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrith, the beast is said to have terrorized Karthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many of the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrith plucked from the bested worm's skull, simply known as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. Voice of Mikar's armor. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. Nor mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure. Patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem, sorry, you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, and I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. Okay. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. Oh, sorry. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I can only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Carthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Carthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar... Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Excuse you? Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danifen's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt, the worm has summoned his minions to war. Oof. Heavy. Oh yeah, and by the way, Estinian is one of the NPCs featured in the Dragoon's job quests. Well, only until level 50. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude toward foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must return to the Rising Stones and make a report to the antecedent. And I wish they had a voice actor for Estinian at this point, because, you know, they're not gonna. And where's the door? There's the door. Sorry. So yeah, we're gonna be fighting dragons in this one. Yay! So much fun. So many dragons.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Whoa, he sounds serious.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Okay. That seemed odd. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgar's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenants told us but a short flight from the snowfields of Karthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Prey briefed Slaftborn on the brewing conflict and discussed potential contingencies. The frontier settlers may be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Now, before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Yeah, sure, alright. I don't see why. Come on. Speak with Tataru. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. And we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. Good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Sidergu. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaftborn. Yeah, we gotta make sure we're ready in case a dragon tries to rip our heads off. Or other things. Dragons aren't fun to play with. Well, an angry dragon anyway. We must be prepared. I appreciate the warning. If war's coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf. And you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer to your call to arms. Speak with Tataru. Okay, thought he was gonna... Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Alright, so we need to get people to help us. Oh, come on. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts. My instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Now, well, you're wearing pretty low-powered gear anyway. Oh, Rail. Hey. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? But actually, no, he pretty much disappeared. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, and black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. So now, of course, half the braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Oh boy. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Nolan's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. Well, I'd like him when Rob is blind and bugger off and like that. He ain't the type. And then, this is just me talking, and this is just between you and me, mind. There's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Alright, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled upon, and I'll bet me good eye that it ain't young Mildred. Anyway, you've got a water wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Sadirgu. No, boy. Don't go disappearing, alright? We need that one good eye of yours. So that was interesting. Apparently, there might be some corruption within the ranks, which is never good. Any adventurers are here, or have they yet to load in? Well, there's Tataru. Let's see. Oh. Adept Adventurer. Looks like a thaumaturge this time, right? Oh no, it's another conjurer. So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege. Those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. Ah, but I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What to do? Well. Okay. If you can't help with that... There might be some people inside Rowena's House of Splendors. So I guess I'll go there next since I don't see anybody else out here. It's really hard to remember who's where. Even though this was only like a year ago, actually. Yeah, we're catching up. What do you know? Alright, an austere adventurer. This one's a marauder. Somebody relate to the Asgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd say me fair share if the coin is good. I worked with one of them nights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk you did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Alright, so we got someone that's won. So now we just need to find the last guy. I wonder if it's even possible to jump on those banners. I mean, probably. But really, I'm having trouble finding this last guy. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Like I said, I'm getting all stuffed up for some reason. And I know I don't feel sick again. Where's this last person? No. I know this might be going a little too far. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. So where's this last person I'm missing? Okay, oh yeah, just make here. Come on. Oh, still good, alright. Where are they? Let's see what this heart has to say. Attention, adventurers. Scarlet is in peril and has need of heroes. If you've ever dreamed of battling a Dravanian, now's your chance. Uh-huh. Nothing. Okay, where's this last person? Because at the moment, I've looked everywhere. Maybe inside the House of Splendors? Oh yeah, there they are. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claimed the lives of every one of my brothers. I did not mean to offer them mine. It was to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Wait, were you a dragoon once? I think I can take the time for one more quest. Oh, she's back down here, is she? Oh, right outside the... pub. There you are, Sir Ergu. So, did you sway any hearts? Just one. One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slackborn's friends. We don't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alfie now. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alfino said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. Okay. So, travel to Ul'dah. Alright, now warp to the Chamber of Rule. And should be around back. Right? Oh, he's... oh, he's all the way back here. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Shall we join? Let us join them, shall we? Ugh. Oh, sorry. Ooh.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention.
Uldar has none.
Gridania does not object.
Okay.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
Calm down.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Hey!
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Wow.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Alright. So what now?
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Yeah, boy. She's still preoccupied with, you know, abdicating the throne.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Well then. Oh, really? just like that. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. Oh, man, I can't... I'm so stuffed up, I can't speak. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Archfont and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? Then the assault is begin. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. You will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons out alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Uh-oh. Sidergu, I would have you and your adventure allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report to Sir Marceline at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Oh boy, things are starting to get tense. And now we travel back to Karthus to save the world from annihilation. So now we go up here. We've been traveling to Karthus a lot lately. I mean, it started back when we were still forming the Crystal Braves. And now we're pretty much here all the time. Weird. Ugh. Oh, hey. Some adventurers showed up. Cool. Oh, hey, there's the guy who said he was gonna think on it. Should not have left the toll. Oh, boy. You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There's no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I have assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. So now we go to Whitebrim. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Maybe I'm coming down with something. I don't know. I hope not. That wouldn't be fun. But man, look how close I am to 52. Like, I could probably take care of all those quests right away as soon as I get to Heavensward. Because apparently I need to complete the final quest for the final main story quest for Realm Reborn in order to do any of the new quests for the jobs. which is stupid. Well, maybe not stupid, but you know what I mean. Oh, I see trouble over there. Hey, buddy. Nice. There's more? Oh, sure. Ah, oh, hey, oh, ha, ha, hey, hey, hey. Hello. Is that it? Alright. At Providence Point. Maybe I should have called in Titan. Oh wait, Providence Point is all the way over at the Steel Vigil, which means I can just teleport to Camp Dragonhead for easy convenience. And I should probably yeah, I'm gonna need to put up more stacks of Aether Flow, because I think we're gonna have a big one to contend with when we get there. I think. Ah, man, I really need to start leveling up my other classes. Ugh. Nope. Wrong buttons, wrong buttons. Where am I going? A Downy Avis. Doesn't look like he's covered in down. Looks more scaly. Oh god, there they are. Oh, Avises. Great. Yeah, maybe summoning Titan was the better option here. Yeah. Heals. Not very powerful heals, but still heals. Alright. More scouts? Are you serious? These guys seem weaker than the last ones. Yeah, it's a good thing those Downy Avises aren't being drawn to me. Horde Commander. Oh, Jesus. You're huge! Back off. Phew. Okay. So now we head back to the Steps of Faith. Or Gates of Judgment. Steps of Faith is that bridge. Whew. It might be cold, but I'm certainly might be cold in this region, but I'm certainly feeling the heat. And I'm not just saying that because of that one dragon's breath. Whee! This is gonna hurt. Oh. Hooray for fall damage not killing you when you're outside of battle. Yeah, I'm serious. Fall damage can actually kill you if you got roped into a battle with something. Not fun. Not fun. Oh, and I just noticed those enemies didn't even give experience. Alright. Marceline. What news, adventurer? Reinforcements decimated, you say? Dravanian devils. Damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Which I think is the Steps of Faith. Ah. So, yeah. That'll be it. We'll be getting into the fight next time. So, make sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Later.